back to dennypark English Reading Show. I'm going to introduce you to The Flood, Oxbow Reading Tree, series created by Roderick Hutt and Alex Burcha. Let's explore this book together and find out what happens. It has been raining for days. All this rain, said Biff. I wish it would stop. I'm taking Fluffy for a walk, said Mom. Who wants to come? Biff and Chip looked at each other. Not us, they said. It's raining. In the end, Biff said she would go with Mom. They went into the park. It was not much fun in the rain. Look at Fluffy, said Mom. He can't stop getting muddy. The ground is so wet and scorched. Biff and Mom walked across the park. They wanted to cross the little bridge, but the stream was flooded. I never seen it this high, said Mom. Biff was excited. Oh, look, she said. The bridge is underwater. Biff began to wade across the bridge, but Mom held her back. It's not a good idea, said Mom. The stream is flowing really fast, and you can't see the edge of it. What if you slip in? If it goes on raining, the water will flood across the park, said Biff. Mom looked thoughtfully. I hope the rain stops, she said. We won't want the flood to get us as far as our house. The next morning, when Biff and Chip were at school, it was still raining. The children couldn't go out to play. Another wet playtime, said Chip. I wish it would stop raining. So do I, sighed Mrs. May too. In the afternoon, it stopped raining. Hooray! Now we can play football, said the wolf, but there were big puddles on the field. I'm sorry, said Miss May. I can't play football today. We can't play football today. The ground is too wet. That evening, Biff, Chip, and Keeper were watching television. The weather forecast came on. Some bad storms are coming with a lot more rain. Not more rain, sighed Chip. The storm came in the middle of the night. The rain beat on the roof of the house and it lashed across the windows. It was so loud that Biff and Chip couldn't sleep. Mom brought them a hot drink. Poor Fluffy, said Biff. He hates this. In the morning, Dad took Fluffy for a walk. Chip went with him. When they got to the park, Chip gasped. The park was flooded. It was like a giant lake. Chip thought the fields were fun. Dad looked worried. I don't like the look of this, he said. We don't want the water to get us as far as our house. Chip grinned at Dad. It wouldn't go that far, he said. Could it? But it didn't stop raining, and the flood grew worse. The water reached the edge of the park, and it began to creep on the road. It came through the fence and flooded the end of the garden. The road near Wilf and Wilma's house was flooded, and children watched the cars going through the flood. One car had broken down and was sank in the middle. That day, the school was closed. The hall was flooded and there was no heating. What are we going to do all day? Asked the wolf. I'm sorry, said Miss May. We can't open the school today. When the children got home, they saw a lorry in the street. It was loaded with sandbags. People were taking the sandbags to their houses. We need all to help, said Mom. Viv and Chip helped to carry the sandbags. They were very heavy. Dad put them in front of the doors. I just hope the water doesn't come in up this farther, said Dad. Mom was upset. The flood may get worse, she said. Now there's only one thing to do. She picked up a chair. We'll have to take the things upstairs, said Mom. They all began to carry things downstairs. It was hard work, and Kipper began to get worried. What will happen if the water floods into my bedroom? He asked. Don't worry, said Biff. It won't. Some things were too big and heavy to carry upstairs. What shall we do with the sofa? Asked Dad. Mom had a good idea. She got a folding table. We can put the sofa up on this, she said. It rained in the night. Dad couldn't sleep. He was too worried about the flood. Then he heard the sound of the water. He went downstairs and looked. Oh no, The flood water had come in. Everyone woke up. The lights didn't work, so Mom hid a lamp. They all looked downstairs. The hall was full of water. It is terrible, said Chip. Lots of houses must be flooded. The next day, Biff, Chip, and Kipper looked out the window. The whole tree was flooded. I can't believe it, said Kipper. It looks like a river. It's amazing, said Biff. A man paddled past in a canoe. It looked funny to see a canoe in the street. Mom shouted up to them. Are you right? He asked. Yes, thank you, Chip called back. But we wish the flood would go away. Some fire officers came to the street. They were big, long boots. Can we take you to somewhere warm and dry? Asked the fire officer. Yes, please, said Mom. I don't think we can stay here. The fire officers brought the dinghy to the front of the door. Everyone got in. Dad carried Fluffy. I never thought we'd sail up in our street in a boat, said Chip. Wolf and Wilma were in their house. They were looking out of the window. Biff, Chip, and Kipper waved at them. You can come and rescue us next, called Wilma. The cat was stuck on the fence. The fire officer stopped the dinghy. Dad rescued it and gave it to Mom. Fluffy looked at the cat, but it didn't even bark. He's being a good dog, said Kipper. They went to the hall in the town. A lot of people were there. Wolf and Wilma came in with their mom and dad. Biff showed Wilma the rescue cat. Poor little thing, said Wilma. We may have to stay here tonight, said Wolf. We can't go back home to sleep. Kipper was upset. There was too many people in the hall. He didn't want to sleep here. I want to go home, he said. Later in the day, Gran came to the hall. You can all stay with me until the flood gets down, she said. The children was pleased. It will be fun staying with Gran, said Kipper. Thank you, Gran. When the flood were over and they went back home, they gasped when they saw their house. The floor was covered in mud. What a mess, said Kipper. I hate it. Never mind, said Dad. Bad things like this happen sometimes. He gave children a big hug, and then he gave them some mops and brooms. And what's more important than all this mud? We are, said Mom. The end. This is dennypark English Reading Show. If you want to read more books with me, all you have to do is search like this in the YouTube, dennypark English Reading Show. Thank you, and if you put a good sign on my video and subscribe my channel, that's always appreciated. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.